Hello friends, welcome to Rajesh Data Engineering. In this video, I am going to explain how to perform SCD Type2 operation in Delta Lake while developing Databricks solution. What is slowly changing dimension? Slowly changing dimension is one of the very important concept in data warehousing solution. Slowly changing dimension is nothing but change of attribute or value of entities over a period of time. Let's say we are having customer entity, customer table, and having an attribute address. So let's say customer is staying in one address today, and 2 years down the line, he is changing his address. As a result, we have to update the address in our data warehousing solution also. So within customer entity, we have to update address field with latest address. This is called slowly changing dimension. But how we are going to handle this situation? In order to handle slowly changing dimension, there are various methods in data warehousing solution. These are very commonly used three approaches. I'm going to give a highlight of these approaches. I'm not going to dive into details of these three methods, just I can give overview. In SCD type 1, let's say the address got changed. So we are getting new address. It would be overwritten. That is called SCD type 1. But in this method, we are going to lose the history. Let's say after a certain period of time, we want to retrieve. We have to answer to a question. What was his previous address? We cannot get answer for the question from the data warehouse because we have already overwritten. We are not maintaining the history. Coming to the type 2, let's say we are getting new address. So what we are going to do is we will make the previous version of the record inactive and we will insert new record with new address. This is SCD type 2. So basically we are introducing new record for each change of attribute. In this method, we are maintaining a history, but at the same time, we are creating duplicate records of primary keys. Coming to SCD type 3, instead of overwriting or introducing new record, we are going to create new column for the updated value. Let's say we are going to get new address, then the previous address, we are going to make a column as previous address, and the new address we will make new column current address. So in this way, we are introducing a new column for each updated value. So these are the three different types of three different ways to handle slowly changing dimension in data warehousing solution. And in this video, we are going to see how to perform SCD type 2 in Delta Lake development. Before getting into the Databricks demo, I want to explain the concept in Excel sheet. Let's say this is our Delta table. This is currently having 3 records. And in this table, we are having composite primary key and there are 4 attributes. The composite primary keys are pk1 and pk2 and there are 4 dimension values attributes dim1, dim2, dim3, dim4. And we are also maintaining one status flag that is called active status, and we are having start date and end date. So if the record is active, then we are going to give some hypothetical end date, that is 9999 December 31st. So let's assume this is our target delta table and this is our incoming data. The incoming data could be from JSON, CSV or any SQL table. So we are going to create a data frame and the data frame is containing this data. Let us assume this is our source data. So this is containing 3 records. So if you look at, if you compare the data, the first one, the PK1 and PK2, the combination, 111 unit 1. Okay, there is no change at all actually. Still we have received from our source. There is no change. If you compare the values, there is no change at all. Coming to the second one, 444 unit 4. This is a brand new record. This is not available in our target delta table. This is the first time we are getting. So simply we need to insert this one. And coming to the next one, this is a little bit tricky. This is 222 unit 2. Here 222 unit 2, for example, there are some changes in the value. For example, team 2, it was null and currently it is 1300. Similarly, there are some changes to other columns also. So in the source data, there are 3 records. 1, there is no change at all. So we need to ignore this record. At the end, and we are getting one brand new record that should be inserted into our target table, and also one change of value for this particular composite primary key. So what we have to do is, we have to make the previous version of this combination to inactive, and we have to insert this record into the target table. This is our requirement. So at the end of the merge statement, or at the end of the SCD type 2 operation, this will be the output. For example, there is no change to this particular primary key, and also we didn't get any reference for 333 unit 3 in our source, so we are not going to touch this record also. So basically there is no change, no operation on these two records. Coming to 444, this is a new record we got from our source table, so we are going to insert. Coming to 222, there is a change of value, so as a result we are going to make the previous version inactive. This status, active status, it is going to be no, and also we are going to give certain end date at what time this particular record got invalidated. Then we are inserting new record, new version of the record that we are getting from our source data, that is being inserted into our record with active status y, and also start date, hypothetical end date. So this is our requirement. This is our target table. This is the incoming source. At the end, we should get this data as output. So how we are going to perform this? So here, if you look at this data carefully, what we have done is, we didn't touch these two records. In our source record, we didn't touch these two. And for 444, it's a new record. So simply we have inserted. So that is also done. Coming to the fourth one, there is a matching record, and also there is a change of value. So we are going to make this record inactive. That is what we have done here. And we have to insert new updated record as a new record. So this is what we have done. So how we can programmatically achieve this one? For that, I have given some simple steps. Now there could be different approaches as well, but in these approaches, now I'm going to explain all the steps one by one, how we are going to achieve this programmatically. The first step is I'm going to left join this source with target. So the output would be from the source, left join, which means we are going to get all the records from the source because it's a left join. So we are getting all the records, and at the same time, only the records, matching will have the value for the target one. So this is the target one. So here only for 111 and 222 there is a match, 111 and 222. So for that we will get the corresponding matched values. For 444 there is no match in the target. As a result, we are going to get everything null. So after performing left join, this is going to be the output. The next step, what I'm going to do is I'm going to compare this dimension value from the source and also dimension values from the target. Both I'm going to compare. If there is any change, then only keep those records in my output. That is the operations I'm going to perform, which means filter out only changed records. So as a result, when I'm going to compare for this particular combination, when I'm going to check, compare these 4 records against these 4 records, there is no change, which means it would be ignored. So as coming to 222 or 444, definitely we are having changes. When we are going to compare, there are changes. As a result, these 2 records would be retained as output. So here, after performing filter operations, we are going to get this output. Then the next step, I'm going to create one merge key. For example, in your use case, it could be single primary key or composite primary key. But in this example, I have given 2 primary keys. So in order to perform merge operations, I'm going to create one single merge key by combining all my primary keys. In this case, PK1 and PK2. So here I have added a new column merge key by combining these 2. This is one step. In the next step, I'm going to create some dummy records. For example, this 222, as per our operation, we need to create, here we have to make the previous record inactive. At the same time, we have to insert new record. So basically, we are getting 2 records for this particular primary key combination. So I'm going to filter out only the active records or only the matched records, that is 222. And I'm going to give a null value as a merge key. I will explain you why we are doing this later, but you can understand, first I am creating a merge key by combining my primary keys. That is one step. Another step, I am going to filter out only the matched records, which means 222 that there is a matching in our source or target table, but 444 that is a brand new. That is why there is no matching. For example, that's the reason we are having our target primary keys are null. So using this logic, where this target pk is null, based on that logic, now I'm going to retrieve only this record, the matched record. Then I'm going to create null value as a merge key. Then finally I'm going to combine these two results in step 3 and step 4. As a result, I'm going to get this output. So here, if you look at this one, there are two records, 222, 444 with merge key, some value. And one more time, we have copied the same record. One more time, we have copied the same record, but this time we have given merge key as null. I hope you understood. Now finally we are going to perform merge statement. But why we have created this dummy record, okay, merge key null? Because now I'm going to match this record based on this particular key with my target table. So in my target table also, I will concatenate my pk1 and pk2, then I will join. So which means it will try to find match. If there is a match, it will update. If there is no match, it will insert. That is the logic of merge statement. I have already posted one video about merge statement. You can refer that in case you don't understand. So coming to merge key, we are going to perform merge operations. So in our target table, already we are having this particular record. So there would be match only for this record. So this would be updated, which means previous version of this particular record would be updated. We will update to inactive with end date. And coming to 444 unit 4, this is a new record. This is not available in the target table, so it will be inserted. Coming to null, it's the same case. We don't have any record with null key in our target table, so even this particular record would be inserted. So when we are performing merge statement based on this record, the previous version of the record would be made inactivated, and similarly these two records would be inserted. That is the reason we are introducing merge key. I hope you understood. So once we have performed the merge operation, finally we are going to get this output. I hope you understood. Now let me explain in Databricks notebook using Pyspark coding. Let's get started with the demo. I have logged into my Databricks environment. Cluster is up and running. And the first step, I'm going to create delta table. It is called SCD2 demo, and it is having all the fields that I have explained in the Excel. And we are going to create in this particular location. Let me execute this step. Execution is successful and delta table got created. Now I'm going to populate sample data for our target table. So it's the same data that I have shown in the Excel. So let me insert. The insert is complete. In the next step, I'm going to create a delta table instance. I have already posted one video about a delta table instance. In case you don't know what is that, you can refer that video. So in this step, I'm going to create a delta table instance based on the location, and I'm displaying the output. Let me execute. This is our target table. So basically this is containing 3 records with composite primary key pk1, pk2, and there are 4 attribute columns. And active status, this column is determining which records are active, which are inactive, and start date, end date, as I explained in the Excel. And in the next step, I'm going to create schema and also one incoming source data frame. Let me create schema. Then after that, let me create a sample data frame, that is source data frame, and I will display. The execution is successful. Now you can see, this is our incoming data. So there are 3 records. This is same as I explained in the Excel. There is no change for the first record, and for there is a change of value for the second record, and for this 444, it's a completely brand new entry. So in the next step, as I explained earlier, I'm going to perform left outer join. So source df, then join target tf, then I'm going to give all my keys. In this case, I am having pk1 and pk2. So I'm joining. Then finally, I'm selecting all the columns from my source data frame and the columns from target as well. So the column names are same for source and target. That's the reason I'm giving alias for target. Let me execute, and it will display the joined result. Great. Here we can see this first part, this is coming from our source data frame, and the second part, this is coming from our target. So in the next step, we are going to compare our attribute value from the source and also from target. Then if there is no change, then we are going to ignore those records, which means there is no change for the first record 111. So when we are filtering, this record should be eliminated. So for that operation, I'm doing filter. At the same time, I'm going to compare by concatenating all the values, but there could be some null value. So for that purpose, I'm going to use hash function. Okay, using x hash 64, I'm going to concatenate all the columns from the source and also all the columns from the target. And if there is no match, if there is no change, then ignore that records. That is how I am applying the filter. And let me execute. Great. The first record 111 unit 1, that got eliminated because there is no change, so we don't need to consider that record. So we are getting only the records where there is some change. For example, 222, there is a change of value. 444, that's a new value. So in the next step, I'm going to create merge key by combining all my key columns, in this case pk1 and pk2. So let me execute this one. Great. So it has created merge key at the end. Here we can see 444 unit 4, 222 unit 2. Now I am going to create one more merge key, one more dummy record only for matched records, which is 222 unit 2. So I'm going to select where target pk1 is not null, which means for the brand new record it would be null. So we are going to eliminate that. We are going to consider only 222 unit 2. Then on top of that, we are going to add a column merge key with null value. I hope you understood. This is what I explained in the Excel. Let me execute. So it has created one more record for 222. Now I am going to combine these two data frames, these values and also these values. So for that, I'm going to perform union operator. So merge df and dummy df, I'm doing union. Let me execute this step. So finally we got this output. So now based on this particular data frame, we can perform merge statement, which means coming to merge key, this particular first record would be matched. There is a match, which means the same combination would be updated. So in the update, we are going to make the status inactive, which means the composite primary key where 222 and unit 2, that particular record would be made inactive. And coming to 444 unit 2, there is no match, it would be inserted. Coming to the same in this record, there is no match, it would be inserted. So let me execute. So I'm using Pyspark merge statement. So target table, I'm giving alias and merge based on our source, this SCD df, whatever we have created in our previous step, SCD df. Then I'm giving joining condition. As I told, we need to concatenate on the target side, and the source side we have already concatenated and calling it as merge key. And also we have to update only the active records. That's the reason I have added this condition. And when matched, then we are updating the status to n, and also we are giving end date based on current date. And if there is no match, then the records would be inserted. All the values would be taken from the source.pk1, source.pk2. We are taking, and coming to these attribute columns, active status, it's y, we are hard coding, and start date, today's date, end date, hypothetical end date. So this is the merge statement. Let me execute this part. The execution is successful. Now let me query the delta table. Here we can see this is the output we wanted. First two records 111, 333, there is no change, so still it is active and we are not touching those two records. Coming to 222, we are making the previous version inactive where we were having null value, and the latest version where we are having updated values, that is made active. And while we were making the previous version inactive, we also updated end date. And coming to 444, it's a brand new record. it is it is inserted successfully. So this is how we can perform SCD type 2 operation in Delta Lake development. I hope you understood the concept and also enjoyed this video. If you like the content of this video, please like, comment, and also subscribe this channel. Don't forget to click on the bell button. Thank you.